And preparedness beats heroic efforts. Yeah, okay.
So Invictus wasn't a new brand, right? They've been in this space for about 10 years now, during which they've worked with world-class athletes and built real credibility in the space. So when they approached us for a rebrand, the task was not to reinvent them, but it was to evolve them thoughtfully.
So aside from a little history, I've had terrible experiences with agencies in the past. This isn't the first time that we've actually approached an agency and tried to work with them. I think there was always a disconnect in what we wanted to project versus, what the agency wanted to do, right? And because we've tried it multiple times, there's always something that we even postponed, saying that, like it's a drain on resources and the vision isn't aligned. A lot of it came from that friction that we've had in the past. But then, it was imperative. We had pushed it long enough, and then we said, okay, let's go and try again. But this time, let's look at where the team matches with us first before we even talk about the work, right?
So when Invictus approached us for a rebrand, we knew this wasn't just a visual transformation. It started with us diving deep into their process.
I think when we started 10 years ago, it was the branding wasn't really a thought. It was as much as building the core business. For us, it was always a placeholder for something that we would eventually do once we established an identity, right? So we took something that already existed, we just polished it up a little bit, gave it a name, and that's how we actually started. It took us 10 years to rebrand after that.
From the old space that we had at Invictus to the new space, it was not just a logo change, but it was really build up of the last 10 years of work that we put into what we've been trying to build at Invictus. And this includes having a larger amount of space for us to train, for us to do rehab, and to really consolidate all our services so that we can deliver performance at the highest level to everybody.
A big part of this rebrand was taking how Invictus already operates and translating that into design. From the very beginning, we knew the identity had to be structured, intentional, and performance-led, because that's exactly how the system operates. So all our design decisions were building on that. The typography became sharper and more controlled. The layouts were built to feel precise and directional. Even the gradients in the visual language were designed so that they could reflect progression, movement, assessment, and recovery. Nothing was designed just to fill space.
And I think that's when we had the first call with three of y'all. I think Devesh, you, and even Divya. And I think that was the first line when we said, okay, let's look at their profile as well. Let's look at the kind of brands they've worked with, whether there is fundamentally a design sync. Like, we like what they do, but there's also a variety in their portfolio, right? So that gives it dimension and a little bit of depth, which from a generalist standpoint is that's what we're looking at. We're not looking at someone to pigeonhole the brand into the agency's identity. So that was important for us.
A lot of this process was collaborative, especially with Varun, constantly refining how the brand would function, not just digitally, but also within the physical space. And I think that's what made this project more interesting for us as well. The more time we spent building the brand, the more naturally we started becoming a part of the environment around it. I think that's when you know you've built the right brand, when the philosophy starts influencing you personally as well. And in a lot of ways, while shaping this brand, I felt like I was building a stronger version of myself alongside it.
And I think that resonated. And that was very important for us. There was a relationship, not just a business arrangement, right? And that is what actually kept things going and eventually led us to, signing with Now Media to take the brand forward. because you're looking at a long-term relationship. We were not looking at just a rebrand. We wanted someone to work with us as the business evolved, grew, the identity changed. And for that, it all depends on the person relationship. I think that was a key factor in making that decision. The ease of operations, sharing ideas, calling us out when it's a bad idea, right? But it's important for someone to be able to do that for us, because we're going to have 100 ideas that may sound brilliant in our head. The moment it comes out of our mouth, we know that, okay, we need someone that we can trust to help us steer the right direction and take those calls on our behalf if they have to. So trust is a big part of it. Yeah.
Okay, that was good.